Love Beyond the Sky. Chapter 18. At Ariana's question, the thugs looked at one another and smirked faintly. Then one of them stepped forward and leaned down beside her chair. Us? We're just old friends, ma'am. Just trying to help you out. His eyes roamed over her and he added with a sleazy grin, Like you, we're lonely too, so why not give each other some company? Hearing that, Ariana immediately stood up, stumbling slightly but fueled by anger. Help! No one helps anyone in this world. Everyone's just chasing their own interests. Get lost. Stay away from me. She turned to walk away, her steps unsteady. But just then, one of the men placed a hand on her shoulder. Ariana's eyes snapped open, blazing with fury. As soon as her eyes met his, silence spread like wildfire. The thug gave a sheepish laugh. Hey, where are you going in such a hurry, ma'am? Without wasting a second, Ariana grabbed his hand and flipped him over in a powerful judo throw. He hit the ground with a thud, groaning in pain. Without another word, Ariana stumbled out of the bar, her pride intact. The rest of the thugs scrambled to help their fallen friend up. Meanwhile, the drunken crowd in the bar burst into laughter. Someone from the crowd jeered loudly, Ha! Beaten up by a girl, huh? The thugs, burning with shame and rage, stormed out of the bar, their eyes still locked angrily in Ariana's direction. Now Ariana was walking alone through a deserted street. Her breathing was heavy, her steps shaky, her senses dulled by the alcohol. And then, a voice called from behind her, Ma'am! Ariana turned, her vision blurred. She let out a faint, tired chuckle. You guys even followed me here? One of the thugs stepped forward with a crooked smile. In a dark, threatening tone, he said, Yes, ma'am. And now, you have no choice but to come with us. He grabbed her arm tightly. I'm not going anywhere. Let go of me, Ariana screamed. She struggled to break free. In a surge of desperation, she leaned down and bit his hand hard. The thug cried out in pain, stumbling back. Furious, he retaliated and slapped her hard across the face. Ariana lost balance and was about to fall, but someone rushed forward and caught her. Her head landed gently against a firm, warm chest. Her breathing was fast, heart pounding in her ears. With great effort, she opened her heavy eyelids. Through the haze, she saw a familiar face. Kian, you came back. She smiled faintly, chuckling through her exhaustion. She rested her head against his chest. Kian stared down at her with deep intensity. His eyes shimmered with a mix of fury and concern. Just then, one of the thugs lunged at Kian from behind, but without even turning, Kian raised one hand calmly, and from his palm, a blinding golden aura exploded outward. The thug was flung through the air, landing with a painful crash. The others froze for a moment, stunned, then rushed at him, shouting in anger. But Kian decimated them all within seconds, using his powers. He gently lifted Ariana in his arms, cradling her head close to his neck. He placed her carefully on a nearby broken bench. Leaning close to her ear, he whispered, Don't worry, Mum. I'm here now. Everything will be all right. Ariana clutched his shirt tightly, as if she knew she was finally safe. Kian's eyes then fell on her cheek, a red handprint. His eyes widened, his face turned crimson with rage. Fuming, Kian walked toward the remaining thugs writhing on the ground. In a cold, dangerous tone, he asked, Which one of you slapped Ariana, ma'am? One thug charged at Kian. Kian quickly leaned down and executed a swift leg sweep, slamming the thug to the ground. He grabbed the man by the collar. Was it you? Did you dare raise your hand on her? Speak! The thug, trembling, stuttered. No, it wasn't me. It was him. He pointed at another thug lying nearby, groaning in pain. Kian turned to look. His gaze locked onto the one responsible. Ariana sat weakly on the bench, unconscious from exhaustion. Kian slowly approached the man. His eyes burned with violent fire. his fists clenched, his jaw tight. The thug tried to crawl back, terrified. But Kian grabbed his hand and twisted it with such force that the bone cracked loudly. The thug screamed in agony, clutching his broken wrist. Kian leaned down, his voice like ice and fire mixed. "You raised your hand on Ariana, Mom. Next time I won't just break your hands, I'll break your breath." Within moments, every thug lay destroyed at his feet. Kian turned back and looked at Ariana. She was sitting still, eyes closed, her lips curled into a small smile. She wasn't scared anymore. Kian gently brushed her hair back and lifted her in his arms. He walked forward, and once a little away from the area, he began summoning his powers to teleport back to the Roy villa. But when he opened his eyes, they were still in the same spot. Kian grit his teeth, looking up at the sky, annoyed. Dear God, can my powers work on time for once? Sighing, he continued walking, carrying Ariana carefully in his arm. Wow, Kian is finally back. That entry, that power, and the way he protected Ariana, unmatched. But now the question is, if Kian shattered a thug's bones for slapping Ariana, what will he do when he learns about Rohan's betrayal? To find out, stay tuned. Till then, like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated.